chicas malas. I am gonna do a get ready with me. So I'm going to a co-working session with my friend today, and then we're also gonna be going to, I'm going to Pickleball this evening. And then I have like a creative co-working session with my other friends. So I'm gonna be at a couple different coffee shops. I'm gonna be playing sports. Oh, this is my outfit that I'm wearing right now. I don't know if I'm gonna wear this later, but this is just like a basic blue top. It looks kind of weird, wait. This is just like a basic blue top and it has a matching skirt. I might make an outfit like TikTok or something, so stay tuned for that. But my makeup from earlier, it's looking a little bit kind of on the crusty side, so I'm gonna start off actually by wiping my lips a little bit, then I'm gonna moisturize them. So the way that I do it is I like to just use almond oil. So I just have this one, I got it from HEB. It was $4.50. This is about 4 ounces of just unscented almond oil. So almond oil naturally brightens your skin. It naturally heals scars. It gets rid of like chapped lips and stuff. So if you struggle with like freckling on your lips, or I don't know, maybe you just have lips that have hyperpigmentation, this will help. So I'm just gonna wipe off. I'm gonna wipe off a little bit of this lip color. I'm just gonna pat it off. I'm not gonna actually like aggressively wipe it because I don't want the toilet paper to get stuck on my lips because that would be nasty. So I just kind of naturally, I just start patting it. And then I'm just gonna take a little dot of this, put it on the back of my hand. So I don't know if you can see, there's a little dot of it on there. And I'm just gonna put this on my lips to kind of moisturize them while I'm working on the rest of my face. And by the way, I like to use almond oil as a replacement for like lip gloss. But I can't always carry this everywhere. So if you have a small lip gloss container, you can actually put this in there. That's a cute idea. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna start off with my toilet paper trick that I do in like every video. This is my signature. I miss like the old YouTube where it wasn't so overproduced, where people would just show themselves like putting toilet paper on their face, or like just showing makeup hacks without trying to like do all these jump cuts and stuff. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Same old, same old. Everybody has toilet paper in their house. You don't have to buy like the fancy blotting papers. I always forget to buy them. So that's actually how I learned this toilet paper trick. So I'm just gonna start off dabbing in the oily areas of my face, which for me tends to be my T-zone. So that already looks better, like immediately, within seconds. So I'm just gonna keep dabbing a little bit, kind of like on my cheeks, just kind of patting. And the toilet paper, it naturally sticks to your skin a little bit. So the reason I break it in half is to make it like thin. It's supposed to mimic like those blotting sheets that you see. Because I feel like a lot of the products that they sell in stores is really just a remake of something else. So those blotting towels that you're getting, like the little blotting sheets, it's very similar to like a sheet of toilet paper. So I don't know, I guess I'm just, I'm in my frugal era. I'm saving for a couple of trips right now, so I feel like I'm just doing a lot of cheap makeup hacks. Okay, so I'm just gonna pat kind of down here by my chin. Oops, I almost dropped it. Because this area also gets a little bit on the oily side as well. And my skin, I wouldn't call my skin oily in general. I just think that like, depending on the climate, it's been really hot in Houston lately, so it's just, it gets a little bit more oily than normal. So do you see how it just naturally sticks to my head? And you can literally see the oil and like the excess makeup coming off. So we're gonna look, I still see a little bit of shine on this side, so I'm just gonna get the forehead. And then, this side is not as bad. I'm just gonna get my under eye area though, because that can also get a little bit of shine on it as well. Then I'm gonna get the corners of my mouth. Okay, so the look that I did today, it was kind of like an orange look. So looking at my foundation, the foundation looks pretty good. I'm still wearing this foundation. It's way, way too dark. You can't really see it, but like in some of my photos, you can tell. I haven't posted those photos on purpose, but in some of my photos, my face is darker than my neck, and then my stomach is just like pale compared to both. So it's a hot mess, but I'm gonna still use the rest of this. This is the Too Faced Born This Way. This is, let me see, it says undetectable medium to full coverage foundation. So this still doesn't beat my NARS. So I will use a little bit of this, and then I'll mix it with this L'Oreal True Match. I got this in a PR package. So as far as concealer goes for today, let me see if I have a mirror so I can like look at myself closer. So I don't think I need a lot of concealer, but I'm just gonna do just a little bit to kind of refresh it, just in case I do decide to post later, because I am gonna post some outfit videos. And like, I don't wanna rely on filters. I do like using different fun filters and stuff, but I don't wanna become like, you know, reliant on them. So let me try to find my brush. The only brush that I brought down here, the only brush that I have right now is this. So I'm just gonna pat this on my face. And that's another thing, like when it comes to makeup, you just have to make it work. You don't always have every single brush that you need. But this is blending in pretty well. Oh my God, it's hot as heck in here. Well, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just sweating a lot, I don't know. Okay, so that looks a little bit better. I wanna do a little bit of Aegyo Sal makeup today. So Aegyo Sal is, like you can see that I did it earlier. It's where I've got like just a little bit of pencil under here, and I put a little bit of concealer under here. It kind of makes your eyes look a little bit bigger. So if you have an oval shaped face, kind of like me, or if you have a long face or a long mid face, doing Aegyo Sal makeup, it will probably look good on you, because for some girls, when they do it, it kind of drags down their eyes. It makes their eyes droop and it doesn't look cute, but on my face, I think it actually looks pretty good. Sorry, that was the train. Okay, so for my Aegyo Sal makeup, I'm gonna be using this eyeliner pencil. It's kind of like a brownish gray, kind of like a taupe, like a cool toned brown, like a dark brown color. So this is the color 0.02. This is the Waterproof Collection Lip and Eyeliner Pencil from the brand Davis. So it's literally just a cheap brand from Amazon. You guys know I'm the queen of like saving money on makeup. I just feel like, I don't know, there are so many people just over consuming, and it's like, why are you over consuming on makeup just to still look basic? Like, I'm not gonna do that. So for my Aegyo Sal, I'm gonna go in with this pencil, and I'm just gonna gently kind of like squint my eyes a little bit. See how my eyes naturally have a little pooch under them, and then when I stop squinting, then it goes away, and then I'm squinting and it came back, then I stop squinting. So I almost look like a glitching filter in a way. Okay, so I'm just gonna draw the line right where my little eye pooch naturally starts. Okay, that's really extreme. Oh my God. I'm gonna fix it though. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side now. And you don't have to trace your entire eye. You can just do part of it. Okay, so it's a little extreme right now just for the sake of the video. But I'm gonna go back in and blend this. Let me see. Well, actually, I can just use my finger to blend this because I have toilet paper. So I'm just gonna naturally blend it. I'm just gonna pat on the lower part of my eye. I don't wanna drag my skin. You know, I don't wanna start pulling at my skin. So it's giving a little bit of a raccoon eye right now, but we're gonna make it look cute. So it actually ends up looking really cute and subtle. And then sometimes when I get my makeup done professionally, I'll ask them to do this to my eyes, and I'll just direct the makeup artist on how to do it. But you can see that the Aegyo Sal, oh my God, it actually looks cute. It's actually starting to come together a little bit. Okay, that's cute, that's cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with my, where's my concealer? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna go back in with the L'Oreal True Match Concealer. I got kicked off their PR list, but it's all good. I still like their products. Well, I like most of their products. I think some of their stuff is a little bit overpriced for it to be L'Oreal. It's like, okay, it's cute, but if you're gonna be a drugstore product, you need to have drugstore prices, so. But I'm just tracing right underneath my waterline area. So I like tracing under this area because then my bottom lashes, it kind of helps them stand out a little bit more. So it looks extreme right now because I haven't blended it, but I don't know, I just like how it looks. It's kind of like I'm emphasizing my under eye back. So instead of me getting filler under the eye, it's kind of like a natural version of like filler in a way. Okay, so let me blend this out. And I'm just gonna use this little super skinny brush. Usually I use these types of brushes for like my lips or something else, but today I'm gonna use it for this. So I'm just gonna gently blend it in, and it's already starting to look better. So I'm gonna blend it in, and you can go as far in as you want, or you can go outwards. Some girls like to go outwards and then they draw a line up here too. Maybe I'll do that today, I don't know. So then I'm just gonna blend it in on this area as well. I do have a little bit of tiny fine lines down there, so I kind of have to be careful. I have to make sure that it stays moisturized. And one of the tricks that I've done before is putting a little bit of almond oil underneath my eye as well, and that helps. It kind of helps me to stay moisturized. So I'm just gonna do that. And then after that, let me see what I wanna do next. So I'm gonna do this eyeliner right here, and I'm gonna do the eyeliner kind of in the outer corner. I'm gonna do it in my outer corner, and then I'm also gonna do it kind of, oops. I'm gonna do my outer corner and then also the waterline. So not tight lining, that kind of makes, I'm not gonna do tight lining, that kind of makes my eyes look a little bit smaller and more cat-like. So, but today I'm going for more of a doe-eyed type of look, you know, because it's casual. So I'm just gonna go in on the corner here. There's like a dog barking in the background. And there's like a mirror on this, so that's why I'm like holding this up. So I'm gonna go in the corner. I'm gonna flick this out a little bit. Just a little bit, nothing too extreme. So do you see how that kind of elongates my eye? And then I got the Aegyo Sal going. Oh my God, I'm getting excited. This is cute. So now I'm gonna go onto my waterline just to kind of thicken that lash line down there. Part of Aegyo Sal makeup is doing like the lower lash line. Basically, you want to do the same level of makeup on your lower lash and your lower eyelid as you would do on the top. So sometimes I actually do even more makeup down here versus up here. So that's just my unique way of kind of showing, you know, showing off my features. Because most girls don't do Aegyo Sal makeup, especially not in America. But I'm gonna get this waterline over here. And I need to get my lashes redone. So there's this place here in Houston where they do anime lashes. So it's like getting your lashes done, but they're wispy, and then it's like long, short, long, short. So it has like spikes on it. Eventually I might get that done. I don't know. It depends on how many ClassPass credits I have. But I'm just gonna do this little wing out here. And these lashes actually lasted pretty long. I got these done at Lily Lash Artistry. I don't know if you can see how much of the lashes are still there. So, I don't know, I'm trying to like look down. Oh my God, I look high right now. Wait, I'm trying to like look down so you can see how much of the lash is still there. So my lashes usually last for like 4 to 8 weeks. Nails, on the other hand, don't last. By the way, I got my nails done with my mom. These are like a pink, it's like a rose pink, like a bubblegum Barbie pink. So I think it's cute. Most girls seem to do like white or gray or like brown because they're trying to match their nails with every outfit, but I feel like my nails don't have to be the same color as every outfit. Like who gave you that rule? Like I don't have to follow that. So I decided to do pink Barbie nails. And maybe I'll do a sticker or something. You know what? Also, maybe I'll vlog tomorrow because tomorrow is the all white linen night here in Houston. It's kind of a big deal. Okay, Houston has so many random holidays. Like they had 713 Day recently, which I guess is like a Houston holiday, and that's like the Houston area code. And then they had a special night for DJ Screw, which is like the chopped and screwed guy. I guess apparently that music started in Houston. So they had all these bars and stuff on Alameda that like had these special events going on. So anyway, now there's the white linen night. So me and Campbell are going, so you might see her on here if we end up actually going. But this is how the Aegyo Sal is looking right now. So I think it looks pretty cute. Sometimes girls will put a little bit of eyeshadow right here. So let me see what I have in terms of eyeshadow. Hold on. So I have this. I have my strawberry shortcake palette that I got from, I think I got this from like Ross. I got it from TJ Maxx, $6.99. So they've got this slightly light color right here. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that in my Aegyo Sal area. So I'm just gonna dab it with this little brush. And then I'm going to tap off the excess and then blow it off. And we're just going to put a little bit under here just to kind of emphasize that pooch a little bit more, because I just think it looks so cute, like a little doll. So I don't really get the opportunity to get dolled up like this, because a lot of the content you guys see from me, you guys really like when I show myself being active and like working out. So I can't really do my Aegyo Sal. I mean, I guess I could, but like I don't, because it's gonna melt off in the heat. But I'm just gonna do a little bit of this color under my eye. And I'm going all the way in because I have natural kind of puppy dog eyes. So I'm just gonna emphasize that by going all the way into the inner corner. But if I would have stayed on the outer corner, that would have made my eyes look further apart. So if you prefer for your eyes to look further, if you want them to look further apart, you can just emphasize this outer corner. But now I'm going to go on this eye right here, which is also very cute. This is going to look so adorable. Oh my God, I need to do this look more often. I love experimenting with like different makeup looks and stuff. So okay, so we got that. Let me see how this eye is looking. This eye looks good. I need to brush my eyebrows after this. But yeah, Houston has a lot of different events and stuff. So like if you're moving here, if you guys want me to do an episode about like life in Houston and what it's like and kind of giving like my 5-year update. I've been here for like 5 years. I love Houston just as much as I did on the first day I moved here. So if you want any info about that, I can make a video. Also, I like that they have a lot of neighborhoods here where the rent is cheap. So my rent, it's not cheap for Houston standards, but like as someone that lived on the East Coast, you know, I lived on the West Coast, and now coming here to the South, oh no, these are cheap prices for me. If it's below $2,500, like for me, that's cheap coming from, you know, other places that I've lived. Because I've literally paid like $1,000 before just to rent a room, like on the East Coast. So let me just get this area. Okay, so when you're doing it, it almost looks like stripes when you're like looking up close. Okay, sorry, there were like dogs in the background. But it almost looks like stripes when you're looking at it up close, kind of doing the under eye. But I feel like you just have to practice and you'll get better at it. Okay, so that is already looking cute. So my nose area, I need a little bit of powder on the corners of my nose. That is where it tends to get the most oily. Like I'm patting it down right now because I was just sweating a few minutes ago. And by the way, my lips are starting to feel a lot more moisturized since I put this on them, the almond oil. I'm telling you, you can use almond oil for everything. You can use it for your lips. I put it on my edges sometimes just to make sure that my baby hairs are always like fluffy and like pretty and full. I put this on the ends of my hair. for length retention. I put it on my scars, like I put it on my skin and even on my feet. So if I'm gonna be wearing some shoes that are a little bit tight and I want my feet to be a little bit slippery, I'll put this on there. By the way, if I keep looking this way, it's because I'm looking at myself in the reflection, so yeah. But get some almond oil from HEB. I'm finally a fan of HEB, okay? So I used to call it hella extra basic, but then once I got some brand deals and stuff, then I was like, okay, no, you are no longer basic. You are now one of my favorite stores. So this was $5. Okay, where was I? Oh, I was gonna put on my setting powder. So this is the Sephora. Sorry, I just paused so I could make sure I had no frown lines on my forehead. Okay. Okay, no, I'm good. So this is the Sephora 12-hour translucent, I can't talk. This is the translucent setting powder. So it just looks like this, and it's pretty much destroyed now. It's pretty much all gone. So, but I still have a little bit in there. So I'm gonna use that same brush that I just used for my Aegyo Sal, and I'm just gonna dab in here and put a little bit on the corners of my nose. I can't really do it in this monitor, so I'm gonna do it in the mirror. And I just like to pack it into the corners of my nose. So that helps my nose to not be as oily, and it also helps, it kind of makes my nose look slim and snatched a little bit as well. So I see a lot of girls, they do the contouring on their nose, so they put like a darker color. It doesn't really work for me. For some reason, if I put the darker color in the middle, just kind of like right here, like a sun-kissed look, putting the darker color up and down this, and then maybe a little bit down here, that is what makes my nose look snatched, as opposed to the two dark lines right here. I don't know, so yeah, that's just something I noticed. But I'm just gonna hit the corners. I don't know, let me try to come closer to the camera so you can see. Okay. So, I feel so weird like getting this close to the camera. Okay. Let me kind of blend this in a little bit as well. But yeah, just getting close to the camera. And now I'm gonna do the other side. So do you see how this side of my nose looks a little bit wider and a little bit rounder versus this side with the powder on it? So I'm gonna put some powder on here. I don't know, I just feel like when it comes to contouring and highlighting, you can't just follow whatever you see on social media. You kind of have to study your own face. Like that's how I learned how to do my own makeup. And also like getting it done by other people and then comparing that to when I do my own makeup, that also helped me to become better. So I'm just still gonna get this part down here with the powder. And even down here a little bit, because sometimes I sweat and it kind of drips downwards. Okay, yeah, so now she's looking a little bit more snatched. She's looking snatched, she's looking cute and sun-kissed. So I'm already wearing a little bit of color. So I'll show you what color I'm wearing. It's one of my favorites, it's the Morphe. It's this Morphe palette. Sorry, I'm like blowing the dust off of my thing. So it's the same thing that I'm trying to pan right now. So I've panned 1, 2, 3, I think I panned, wait. 1, 2, yeah, I guess only 3 colors on this palette. But a lot of people never use their entire palette, which doesn't make sense to me. But I will use this all over my face. I use it as, hold on, let me move this out of the way. Oh, I just dropped something. Okay, but I use this for my eye color. I use this when I'm making lip color. So if I wanted to make a lip color, I would just, I would use some of this color and then I would mix it with like almond oil or like Vaseline. And that's what I would put on my lips and it would be like a lip stain. So I've done that before. Actually, let's do that right now so we can refresh our lips. So the almond oil that I put on, it's pretty much soaked in. So you can see that I still have some lip liner on. I think I want to refresh the lip liner just a little bit. I'm like knocking stuff over in the background. Okay. So for the lip liner, I'm using the eye and lip pencils from that same palette that I got from Amazon. It's really cheap. So this is a red one, by the way. I don't like the black lip liner thing or like the dark brown. Well, I can do a dark brown, but it has to be very subtle. I prefer a subtle lip combo, almost to the point where you can't tell it's a lip combo. Unless I'm doing a 90s look, then I might do a little bit more. But today I'm just gonna do this red color. It's like a very subtle, it's kind of like a muted red. Kind of like, I don't know how I would describe this color, but this is what it looks like. It's closer to burgundy versus orange. But I'm just gonna gently start going over the top part of my lip, because that's where I need the lip liner the most, is like at the top. So whatever part of your lip you want to look the fullest, that's where you would put the lip liner. And I'm just remembering I still need to brush my eyebrows a little bit as well. But yeah, and then I like when it's outlined from the sides as well, because then my side profile, I feel like it looks better when I outline the sides. I can't really talk while I'm doing it, by the way. So yeah, my lip already looks more full. Okay, so I got that. Now I'm going to do the other side. And I'm just gently using the pencil. I'm not like pressing down super hard. I see a lot of makeup creators, they're like pressing down, drawing like it's a Sharpie or something. I'm not doing that because, you know, I'm just going to the coffee shop and like I'm playing pickleball. This is not, I'm not going to a red carpet. I'm not going to a fashion show. So I'm just gonna subtly do this. So with the bottom lip, I noticed that the bigger I make my bottom lip look, the smaller my chin looks. So if you prefer kind of like a heart-shaped face, you may want to, you know, line as low as you can on your lower lip, because then that kind of makes your chin look a little bit shorter if you prefer that look. Okay, so that's enough for now. That's just a very subtle, very subtle, very demure. And I got my little tendrils. I have my little curly tendrils hanging out as well. And I got, oh, I dropped something. Okay, anyway, I have like a messy braid today. So let's make a lip color. So I'm gonna use, let's see, what color do I wanna use? I have a shimmery orange, which would be cute. So I think I wanna mix this and let's see what other, I'll do this and this mixed with the almond oil. So I'm literally just gonna put my finger in this, put my finger in this. Do you see how it's on my finger? And I have like toilet paper right here. So I have my finger like this, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of almond oil. This is why my makeup gets messy. Like some people are like, oh, you know, you left a fingerprint on the bathroom door. Well, yeah, it's because sometimes I'm doing stuff like this in the bathroom. So do you see how pretty this is? Do you see how I just created like an orange lip gloss? So this is my new orange shimmery lip gloss, and it's very sheer because, you know, you can see that it's dripping. The more that a product is dripping, the more sheer it actually is. So this could also, depending on how your skin reacts to almond oil, you could also use this as like a highlighter, but I'm just gonna put it on as a little lip gloss. Hold on, let me look in the mirror. Okay, you see how much fuller my lips look just by creating that little lip gloss? So now I'm just gonna wipe it off with the toilet paper. I'm gonna wipe my hands. And then after this, I can like wash my hands too. But yeah, that's my lip gloss of the day that I just created. That's one of my beauty hacks. I've never seen anybody else do that on here. So now I'm just kind of closing up my shirt just to see how this color compares to my skin tone and my makeup. So I think it looks pretty good. I need to brush my eyebrows though, because it's starting to bother me. So I'm just gonna use this little spoolie. I think it's called a spoolie, right? I got this from the eyelash place when they did my lashes, but I'm gonna use it to brush my eyebrows a little bit. So, just gonna brush these out. And, okay, so the corner, when it comes to the inner corner of my eyebrows, that's what I care about. Like, if you do too much on the inner corner, that's when it starts to look like a block, you know, and you look like Roblox, Legos, like, you know, the Lego movie. I don't want my eyebrows to look like the Lego movie, so I'm just gonna kind of brush to the side like this. And I'm kind of looking at myself in the mirror. So whenever I brush my eyebrows higher, it creates a higher arch, and then when I brush them lower, it makes my face look rounder. So depending on your taste, like you can start experimenting with that. Like, do you like high arched brows? Arched brows, it gives me kind of a 90s look, but sometimes it can look a little bit like Angry Birds, so I try not to do the extreme. But I am gonna fill them in just a little bit. And whenever I fill in my eyebrows, I tend to fill in kind of the middle part. That's what I focus on the most. I don't really do too much with the tail or the inner part of my eyebrow, because I feel like that's part of what makes it look kind of crazy. So I'm just gonna dab. Oh, and this is the same brown that I used on my Aegyo Sal. So do you see how it's all coming together? The look is coming together. So I'm just gonna gently fill this in. And I've had my eyebrows tinted before, but I felt like when they were tinted, it kind of gave like, my eyebrow looked like a square. It was kind of like a random box. Like, you know how it looks when somebody drives a car and then the tires leave tracks? Like, that's what the eyebrows looked like when I got mine tinted. So I'm just gonna stick to doing my own. Maybe I'll try to tint my own eyebrows, who knows? But this looks pretty good already. That's enough. That's more than enough. So that looks good. So now, do I want eyeshadow? Let me see. Let me see if I wanna do any sort of shadow. Actually, I think I did a little bit of shadow, but let me see. It's kind of fading away. So that's the downside of using cheaper eyeshadows like this one. It does kind of fade away a little bit faster. So I feel like I didn't put that much on and it's kind of gone now. So I'm gonna mix this color. This is how it looks on my finger. I'm gonna mix this with this light peachy color. I'm just trying to show you the difference. So let's just go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna put this on like this. I'm just gonna do a top layer. Oh my God, I'm starting to get hot because people keep opening the door and I feel like the heat is just coming in. When it comes to the Houston heat though, I feel like you just kind of get used to it. And also like it works out because you can wear like cute outfits. So I got that. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of the peach actually. You can see that I just barely did, just a tiny bit. You could barely even see it. But this is the finished look today, so it's very subtle. I'm just gonna wear my hair in this little side braid. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it. I'm getting kind of hot in this, so I might actually change into something else because I'm like sweating already. So this actually has a skirt to it. That's a really weird angle, hold on. I'm trying to like crouch down so you can see. Actually, let me do this. That didn't really help anything. But, okay, let me go back to the regular camera. Ugh. Let me get my chair, hold on. Ooh. Okay. But this is the finished look. Just very natural, soapy brows, tendrils hanging down at the sides in terms of my hair. It's cute. But let me know what kind of videos you guys want me to make next, and I will definitely make those for you. I like making get ready with me's. I like doing fashion content, beauty, lifestyle. Oh, also before I go, I'm gonna put some of this on. I got this in Mexico. This is it's just like a Walmart body spray. But it kind of smells like flowers. This is the flower bouquet. I don't know if they sell this in the US, but. Oh, and also I forgot to say, if I can get any clips from the coffee shop or Pickleball or like anything else, I will put that in here because I feel like it makes the get ready with me kind of more fun, like showing what I'm getting ready for. So this is my pickleball outfit. I'm already sweaty. And these are another pair of dirty shoes. These used to be white, but now they're like gray. They blend in with the cement. Some goodies. Tiffany's so sweet. She set up the goodies for everybody. Oh my gosh. This is going to be so tempting. Hi Mom, hi Dad. I'm at a co-working thing at my friend's right now. This is what it looks like. She set everything up for us.